Yes, it's me, it's Benedict, and I'm back. Another season of reviews. And to commemorate my big return, I think we should try something different. Reviewing a full-length animated film, specifically the oldest surviving animated movie. So, come with me now to the far-off year of... bit further than that. Further, stop. Okay, up. Okay, right there. This film takes us all the way back to 1926. It comes to us from outside of America and was directed by a woman, which is rare even now, let alone in the 1920s. Yes, The Adventures of Prince Achmed, or Die Abenteuer des Prinzen Achmed, was created by German silhouette animator Lotte Reiniger. Based on the 1001 Arabian Nights stories, the film took Reiniger 3 years to make and has often been harkened back to by several animators, including Walt Disney, due to its unique visual style. Now, among the crew were animator and husband Karl Koch, Frankfurt animator Walter Ruttmann, and Bohemian animator Bertolt Bartosch, with a musical score composed by Wolfgang Zeller. So let us see what everyone sees/saw in this. This is The Adventures of Prince Achmed. The film starts with a sorcerer like you're not thinking that. The sorcerer conjures up the Ebony Horse, as you do, and flies it to the palace where the Caliph just so happens to be bored and looking for entertainment. Like most of my fellow extroverts in 2022, don't forget to mask up. The sorcerer flies around on the horse, which impresses the Caliph so much that he wants to take the horse, but the sorcerer will only take one price, the Caliph's daughter Dinarshad. What the... Yes, the sorcerer forces himself on Dinarshad, so our hero, Prince Achmed, steps in to stop him. But the sorcerer tricks Achmed into getting onto the horse and uses it to spirit him away. No, not really. So while the sorcerer is imprisoned, Achmed flies higher and higher on the horse until he's up in space. Sorry. But he finds a lever on the horse's arse and starts descending onto a strange land called Wak-Wak. In this land, Achmed encounters several maidens and eventually stumbles upon their ruler, Paribanu, while she and her fellow maidens are bathing. I'm sure they'll realise this is all just a big misunderstanding. Fittingly, they see Achmed and fly away. Except for Paribanu, as Achmed has her flying suit, so she runs off, with Achmed following her. And once he has her, he carries her away on the horse all the way to China. Look, just because you're the hero of this story doesn't mean you could just make off with any lady you like. But he does gain her trust so he can get back home, and unsurprisingly they both fall in love. Prince, maiden, it was just how it was done in those stories, don't ask me why. She does warn him though that there are monsters on the island who are hungry for human flesh, so they both have to be careful. Meanwhile, the sorcerer... Okay, last time I do that, I promise. The sorcerer frees himself and transfigures into a bat to escape like, well, a bat out of hell. Meatloaf will be missed. He flies to China and transforms himself into... a kangaroo. What? A kangaroo in China? Why didn't he transform into a panda? Or is that not fast enough? He finds Achmed and confronts him. Achmed gives chase, but the sorcerer tricks him into falling into a pit. The sorcerer makes his moves on Paribanu while Achmed has to fend off a snake. Well, that's one way of defeating a serpent. But he's too late. Paribanu has been taken away to the Emperor of China. Well, that silhouette aged well, didn't it?
After the sorcerer gives Paribanu to the Emperor, he returns to Achmed and takes him to a volcano called Flame Mountain, where he pins him under a boulder. This catches the attention of the Witch of Flame Mountain.
Well, that silhouette aged well, didn't it? And yes, I know I've said that already.
And she sends some of her own creatures to bring him to her, as she's not pleased to have visitors on her magic mountain. But Achmed reveals the sorcerer is his archenemy and begs the witch to take him to China and rescue Paribanu. So the witch summons up armour and weapons for Achmed.
Yeah, that's actually some pretty neat armour, I wouldn't mind wearing that.
So with her magic, the witch takes Achmed to China. And not a moment too soon, as the wedding ceremony has begun. Well, to cut a long story short, Achmed crashes the wedding and rescues Paribanu. But the demons of Wak-Wak come and take Paribanu away, again.
Am I reviewing a highly stylized Mario game or something?
Achmed tries to follow them, but the passage to Wak-Wak gets sealed. But Achmed finds a monster attacking a young man. Achmed slays the monster and learns that the boy's name is Aladdin.
Name doesn't ring a bell, sorry.
Aladdin proceeds to tell Achmed his story.
Well, most of us know the story anyway, but on the off chance that someone here doesn't know Aladdin's tale, let me just skim over it real quick.
Aladdin was led by the sorcerer, who we now know to be Jafar, to a cave to find a magic lamp. When Aladdin refused to hand it over, the sorcerer trapped him in the cave, but he released a genie to get him home and turned it into a palace in order to get with Dinarshad. Afterwards, though, the palace vanished, leading Aladdin to be seen as a charlatan. He narrowly avoided being beheaded and escaped on a boat, but he gets caught in a storm and washes ashore, at which point we return to the present day.
That was a mouthful.
Then the witch appears and warns Achmed that the demons are going to kill Paribanu, but they need the lamp to get into Wak-Wak. So the witch drags the sorcerer in, who happens to have the lamp of course. So it all comes down to a wizard's duel.
A surprisingly familiar wizard's duel.
Well, to cut a long story short, the witch wins with a flaming fireball and the sorcerer is slain. They get the lamp back, get into Wak-Wak, and our heroes save Paribanu from a demon sacrifice at the very last moment. This angers the demons so much that they all resort to desperate measures. While the witch uses the lamp to summon up various creatures of her own, Achmed faces a hydra and they go, well, head to head.
Well, it is a hydra.
Then the witch steps in and stops the hydra regenerating, and Achmed slays the demon and saves Paribanu. Suddenly, a flying palace emerges from the lamp and everyone finds Dinarshad inside. And so, with everything all over and done with, everyone bids farewell to the Witch of Flame Mountain as the multiplane camera glides them away.
Yes, contrary to popular belief, it was Lotte Reiniger who created what Uncle Walt would eventually christen the multiplane camera, plus it works really well for silhouette animation. Gott, Frau Reiniger!
So they all get back home and everyone lives happily ever after, the end. Or Das End as they say in Germany.
And so that was The Adventures of Prince Achmed and, well, add me to the list of animators who admire this one.
It really is not hard to see why this film is still so fondly remembered to this day. The animation is very distinctive and absolutely gorgeous, and the colour tinting for the shots helps it stand out from the black and white field of its time. The story is great as well and is easy to follow even if you don't speak German. Some parts admittedly didn't age as well, specifically the depictions of African and Chinese characters. And sometimes the pacing can feel slow, but that's because I'm more used to things moving a lot faster. Those are just nitpicks. It doesn't take away how important of a milestone it is for European animation, as well as animation as a whole. If you have time, I absolutely recommend giving it a watch.
So it just leaves me to say, Danke, Lotte Reiniger, Danke schön. And that's all I got for now, so I'll see you next month.